There was an era of YouTube videos that was just formative for a great chunk of our generation. Um, as such, I take a lot of comfort knowing that it's not just my humor that's broken, it's probably yours too. Welcome to Scion Godsend. I am your story guide for this here chronicle, Gilbert Ramos, and I'm very happy to be here. I have no announcements, so let's go ahead and just jump right into meeting our Scions, shall we?
Well, Gideon Danger is always willing to perform random body massages as needed when encountering live cables in the road. Body massage.
Good day, I'm Gregor DeWitt. So we're gonna try some reverse psychology now. Please give us virgins. Virgin sacrifices for the win. I hope that works.
We of the Rolling Nomads do not support virgin sacrifice. For the love of God, don't any sacrifice. Thalis, please.
Well, yeah.
Why are you guys like this?
Thanks for coming.
Why are you guys like this?
It all started when I was born.
I set you up for like YouTube video like quotes, and only
Oh, you did.
Only Gideon took that, and I really appreciate it. The rest of you guys are fucking menaces to society.
We're not a menace.
We're sorry, Onyx Path.
We love you.
We're gonna jump into today's episode of Scion Godsend.
Nice catch, Blanco Nino. Too bad your ass got sad.
Gregor, please, a recap.
All right. Last episode was a very eventful episode. All of us poured everything we had into the creation of an island roughly the size of New Zealand in a semicircular shape. Then we all were very tired. Gideon returned his kid to his baby mama. Then he compelled his fate binding to summon Squid Boy, who didn't kill him in his sleep, which was nice. Then I found a rock. Then what were you doing? You were Thalis was mainly just setting up shelter on the place and making sure that we had like a base camp on the island itself. And then we all went to sleep. I fought in a war again, like normal when I go to sleep. Lost a calling, gained a calling. You know how it goes. Then woke up. Thalis's dad had been calling him. Thalis made the mistake of calling back on our secret island. He was gonna, summon his dad to our secret island. Gideon put a stop to that right quick. And right now, his dad's on the phone cussing us out, and we're running to the boat to get away from the secret island so we can not, immediately alert the exact group of people that the island was supposed to be secret from where the island is.
And that is where we find our Scions now. Last we left them, they were mid-conversation, mid-beratement of from Dionysus, his transportation being stopped by Gideon. And this is where we find you now. He is swearing over the phone. He is calling all of you a number of names, listing his various titles and accolades.
To the alert. Come on.
Yeah, gonna, with overwhelmed with sobriety now. Not my favorite experience, but here we are. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the phone, and we're gonna start walking over to the boat. I'm gonna kind of keep the phone like close enough to Gideon at this point, kind of like, because the interference that he caused is gonna kind of help us out here. It's like, oh, sorry, trying to move to a spot with better signal. I know he's probably not listening through the barrage of insults and the like.
Thalis,
but
you have the best plan money can buy. Now you explain to me what static you are causing and why.
So fun fact, I'm not the one causing it. It's this guy, and Just kind of holding the phone, and it gets worse.
On the screen, it's just a blur. There is no more text. There is no more imagery of your home screen. It's just twitching out. It's blurring all together. It's a cacophony of colors. But you swear you see a face. Angry. And horned.
Horned.
Get to the boat.
We're getting
Get
to
to
the
the
boat
alert.
faster. Yep.
Yes. He
Yep.
grew horns. That's not a good sign. It's never a good sign when they grow horns.
Really isn't. Really isn't. Yeah. So to the boat we go.
I am unconcerned with who your friends are, Thalis. Step away from them and speak to me. This is a goddamn order.
Gonna do that in the direction of the boat.
Hey, where are you going, Thalis? We'll follow you.
Hold on.
Don't fucking say. Hold on.
In Greek, Thalis, you can hear the hiss from your father. Keep your peasant friends back.
The fuck did he call me?
He called you their friend.
I would like to imbue a legend, if I may,
Okay.
for a very simple marvel, and I would like to utilize my destroyer calling. And I would like to destroy some cell service.
Oh, okay.
But violently, because I don't know that the destroyer calling is subtle.
It most certainly is not.
So I would like to, if I may, cause an extraordinary amount of feedback, followed by, like, I don't know, a non so what I'm looking for, messy, like internal mechanism detonation, like a pop hiss smoking device kind of.
Okay.
Understood. And is this a marvel you're trying to pursue?
It is. It's a little baby marvel. It's just a cell phone.
It is.
But I want to make sure that the other side of that call hears the feedback. Because much like the static we're receiving, I would like to repay it in kind.
So, do me a favor. Dionysus is pushing to keep this signal up, and he is quite angry. This is going to require a clash of wills.
Sure.
For this. So choose a skill in your knack dots.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be technology. I think it's gonna be technology is gonna be the skill, because that's kind of the thing. And then it's calling plus that, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. Let's see if there's anything fun. Oh, that's right. I have some boons.
Ooh.
I'm really good at finding the breaking point. It's actually my boon. I get a +1 enhancement to break things,
Apologies.
whether it's material object, a relationship, or a wall of secrecy.
As well, a small correction is not your calling dots. It's going to be your legend plus an attribute. Apologies.
Oh, okay, that's fine. It's the same. Plus an attribute or a skill?
Attribute.
Okay, cool. Then I would like to use might.
That makes the most sense to me.
And now that it's a might test, I believe World of Glass is a great thing to utilize here. Because, well, the world is glass and fragile, as is cell service. And since this is also a strength and might related action, we're going to go for a second imbuing of a legend and a total of +3 scale with some grievous collateral damage on top of it now.
With collateral, you said.
Yeah, 3 of them total, actually.
Lovely. Gregor, as again, I don't have the tracker on this particular overlay. What collateral are we sitting at? Do you
With that +3, that'll take us to 5.
Ooh.
Excellent.
So let's get some enhancement. And so we're at +3 scale. You'll handle that, I'm guessing. 6, 7. 7 plus at scale plus 3.
7 plus the scale. Okay, okay. We're doing a lot of math here. This is a full god. Well, as full as he is allowed to be on the earthly realm.
Mhm.
So, what was your total scale?
So it's plus 3. Yeah.
Excellent. I'm bad at math, so let me do some calculator bullshit.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
The math
yeah.
teachers were wrong as it was. You did always have a calculator on you.
One of the world's greatest lies. Excellent.
I would also argue that since the call is taking place in my fucking lair, that I would like to impose the complications for him as well,
What
all of them,
complications would you like to impose?
including the grievous injury for trespassing. Because if he's clashing wills, he's inserting himself. That's what I'm gonna think. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
So if you wanna push your will into my front door, I'm going to shove it out violently, much like Olympic constipation.
Understood.
Olympic constipation. Term of the day.
So, what number of complications? Is there a specific number tied to that?
Yeah. So it is going to be plus 3 complications. And he has to buy them off, or they will result in injury. Oh, and technically, that's another plus 2 enhancement to my roll. So 9 successes total.
9 successes total.
So, but yeah, 3 complications for him that, if not bought off, will result in grievous injury. It's aggravated because, well, it's aggravated. He's aggravating.
With everything being said, you guys are currently have a choice to make here. Well, I guess it's not going to matter. Take some narrative control, Gideon. What does it look like? What does the world see when this is destroyed?
Well, when he hears the word peasant, Gideon kind of stops in his tracks, turns around, and says, "What did he call me?" And he stares at the phone, and his eyes flicker briefly, and there's probably like a brief rumble that echoes throughout the lair as like birds take off, and that energy kind of rushes back to where Thalis is standing, kind of travels up his body into his hand, and then sends like a squealing destructive signal across the cell connection. And then there's like a bit of a non-dramatic kind of pop hiss, smoky spark, likely with some screaming on the other end.
This is what you see, Thalis. The scream is penetrating. Your own existence shakes at its core. Whatever injury he suffered, he is not taking it lightly, and you can feel him pull. Doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel good. It's not right.
So when you say I can feel a pull there, is that like in me or
In you, yes. It's go ahead and give me wits and occult.
wits and occult coming right up? Sorry, we don't have wits.
Apologies. Blending systems once more. Go ahead and this is going to be your
Cunning, I think, is the surgeon wit.
yes, please. Apologies.
And occult. 2.
2. It's like something of yours was taken It feels like something was... Now, I'm not sure if you've ever had surgery, Thalis. If you've ever had to deal with the recovery of losing an organ or losing a piece of yourself or having something stitched up and waiting to heal.
Not to that extent, no.
But that's what it feels like. It feels like there's an ache, as if something was taken and it is quickly healing. But it took time and it feels sore. Phone was destroyed.
Okay. Am I able to kind of gauge, like, where this ache is originating from, as far as, like, what might be missing?
Feels like your chest, Thalis. Something in your chest.
Yeah, that doesn't feel good. So to the boat then. We're still. I mean, the phone's. I'm imagining beyond repair at this point.
Wouldn't say that, but yes, to the alert. Get to the alert.
Still going there. Yeah. You know,
Thalis, you're going to have to decide at some point whether you're going to continue taking marching orders from the Olympians or operate on your own. I can't make that decision for you, but we can't afford them in the way. You understand this, right?
Yeah,
I can't make that call for you, but not here, not now.
yeah. I mean, he's got a point. I ain't no fan of the Olympians either, so we get on the boat. I imagine we're taking the 2 humans that I don't want to leave here with no food, no water, no and having to survive. Chum and whatever her name is.
No, Chum's on the crew.
Yeah, but we moved them onto the island.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I imagine. I mean, I have every intention of bringing Chum.
Yeah.
As far as the other one, well, we did promise her a ride back to the States. We may as well drop her off in Denver.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, that's one hell of an airport. I mean, there's gonna probably be a direct flight to New York.
Yeah, there we go.
How do we get a boat to Denver?
We turn it into the van.
Oh, right. Oh, that's right. The van is still here.
You have reached the alert, gentlemen. You may make whatever preparations or plans you have as far as you know currently. Dionysus is a non-issue.
Cool. Let's disembark, he says.
Onward.
In this moment, I use Disturbing Visions to replace my short-term deed.
Say that one more time.
Since we're in this moment of lull, I use Disturbing Visions to replace my short-term deed.
Excellent. I like how you
With whatever you decide to make it.
said that quite quickly. You do this. You step
Trying to
onto
move.
the alert. Gideon, Thalis, you see Gregor freeze. He's on board. His eyes have rolled back in his head.
He's doing the thing again. Okay,
I
well,
choose to believe only the right eye rolls back in the head, the left eye being the glass eye. Oh, wait, I have that out. I took that out. Never mind.
I'll take my position at the helm.
The two of you, Thalis and Gideon, may make your way and continue departing from your island on the alert, if you so wish.
Mm-hmm.
Gregor?
Mm-hmm.
You are amidst the stars once more. The cosmos is open to you. And you're alone. Then you see something form out of the star stuff. It is a man in robes with a long beard. looks old, wizened, and touched by time. These are not his most interesting features, however. The most interesting features are the ram horns atop his head. What do you do in this moment, Gregor?
I don't know you.
He doesn't speak. You see his eyes are wide open, and twin stars illuminate where the pupils would be. You get the sense he sees you, Gregor. Truly sees you. There are voices that emanate as he opens his mouth. They are secrets. They are forgotten knowledge. It's a lot. It's all things that he shouldn't know, no matter who he is. You get the sense that this is someone you need on your side. You need to deal with this person. They either need to be convinced to stay quiet or brought over to your side.
Okay.
The vision fades. You're once again aboard the alert. Gideon, Thalis, you see your friend rejoin you.
Since we can't really dock in Denver, are we going to the East Coast or the West Coast?
The West Coast would be easier. Just for my sake, bring Mysterious Goat Horned Man to my side. Or make him neutral at least, is the short-term deed.
Correct.
Okay. We would go to the West Coast because that's closer to Denver.
I will ask the alert if they've ever been to the West Coast.
It's only been a day.
Oh, okay. Wait, since we traveled? Wait, when was the last time we traveled?
We traveled to Relay,
Oh, right. Okay, well, never mind then.
then we traveled the rest of that day after that travel. So we didn't make the island, then we slept. So it's only been a day. It
Okay.
needs another couple of days. So
Then I can utilize Chariot of the Gods to assist the alert.
Please remind me what Chariot of the Gods.
I'll have to find the page again. Because I don't have my book open because I'm a responsible player.
Same.
Wait a minute.
Wait. Yeah. Just a minute, please. I don't remember which book it's in.
I think it's in one of the Scion books.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
no, it's definitely in the Trinity books.
You're all bastards.
I mean,
Hey,
I technically am.
just because it's
so.
just because it's true doesn't mean you.
Chariot of the Gods.
You gotta point it out.
You imbue a vehicle with divine power, raising the scale of all speed-based actions taken by one. Opposing characters try to steal damage or otherwise impede your chosen chariot face a +2 complication.
Understood.
So we go faster.
Depending on where we are in the
We leave a gnarly wake because that's how I roll. For sale.
you do, as you do.
You, well, thank you, Seronis. Appreciate you. Indeed, you travel quickly. Gideon, using Chariot of the Gods, you feel something is attempting to keep you. You're not sure what, but you can feel your own abilities cut through it. It's as if the world or the elements are fighting a bit. But with charity to the gods, you make excellent time. Where would you like to make landfall, gentlemen?
Due west of Denver.
Yeah, we'd probably have to. Probably Southern California would probably be the best option due to Nevada not having, to my knowledge, any major highways going through the top part of it. So it would probably be in our best option. Go Southern California, in through Arizona, then up into Utah, over to Colorado. Or actually, there should be a highway that goes straight through the Four Corners, so we could go pretty much completely into Colorado.
We start in Southern California. We go through Vegas, Utah, Colorado.
Yeah.
You guys may do this.
Sure.
It's going to take some travel. Is there anything you guys do along the way? Is there anything you guys would like to do? Is this a full one shot? Are you guys going to stop for the evening at all? Are you... Is this leisurely?
We haven't made the thing do the thing that I wanted to do yet, so we'll have to fucking dock the alert, disembark at the van, begin the drive. Thalis can make new people, so the drive can happen in perpetuity.
Yep.
How much momentum do we have, by the way?
We were sitting at 0. I spent all of it last. Well, so we'd have 1, right?
Given the change from, I'll grant you guys 1 for the beginning of the new session, and then take 1 from the new scene, and we'll call it making landfall a new scene as well. We'll put you guys at 3.
Okay.
Oh shit.
That is not a 3.
Yeah, then I will do the same service to the van, and I will spend 1 of those momentum to mute my epicenters, so that we can make the drive relatively uneventfully at a healthy clip.
Noted.
Nice.
Thalis, are you going to make a Thalises to continue the drive?
Yes, I would like to. And my question there was actually, is that still at a? I recall after the creation of the child kind of took some of our power. That took. So now I need 2 successes in order to create 1. Correct.
Correct.
Okay, making sure that was still in effect. And then so I was thinking presence and possibly leadership for the purpose of them being created for a task. But if you need me to roll something else, then by all means. Can't hear you.
By all means, use what you will.
Presence. 2 successes.
2 successes. A Thalisi is created. You have a driver to help alternate the trip.
Yeah. Now the mention of service, Gideon brought that up just a moment ago, and it reminded me of the fact I don't have a phone right now, and that's probably going to piss somebody off more so than they already are. I was just planning on getting a new one in Denver, but I'm not sure if that was going to be a problem before then.
I mean, we can stop and you can buy a phone.
Yeah, probably just gonna buy a burner for now, in case this one gets blown up again too.
Just buy last year's iPhone. It's usually incredibly cheap comparatively.
Just get a Nokia, then I can't destroy it.
Yeah, if you get a Nokia, you can't destroy it.
Yeah, but if he couldn't destroy it, we would have been in more trouble. So I'm gonna step away from getting a Nokia. Um,
Fair. We all know.
although, if I ever need to make like a phylactery or anything of that nature, then I'm definitely getting a Nokia.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It'll be indestructible and I'll live
So,
forever.
Question. Again, not to turn this into like road trip planning the fucking tabletop game.
Sure.
But are you guys
Turn
going
it
to
into.
stop? You guys are.
And we're gonna have to stop at like a gas station occasionally, right? To fuel the extremely fast moving van.
Yes.
The van that is
A gas
driving
station-
unrealistically fast on the
A
highway.
gas station burner phone is fine.
What does
Yeah.
+1 scale mean when you're driving at like when you go from like 60 to 80? Like what does your speed become? Like 230?
Oh, that's an excellent question.
Because a multiplier, like it's not like a +1, right? It's like an order of magnitude.
It's an order of magnitude. So if it's just one scale, it'd be times 2
Okay.
for any
So there you go.
particular drive rules.
You can do like 180 with the van.
Nice.
It's perfectly fine.
Why is the van the juggernaut? I hate this.
Because I'm actually trying to turn it into a juggernaut eventually.
You guys stop somewhere along the way and grab Thalis a phone.
Yeah.
Thalis, you have a phone. I'm curious though, what are you gonna do with it? What was the point? What's the goal here?
Well, so my thought process there being more or less as a way, if as we're well enough away from the island now, to essentially a safe distance there to where we could resolve that matter with Dionysus, without compromising the island's location. Was kind of my thought process there. Yeah, because I feel like the longer I put that off, the worse it's going to be.
Noted.
So I'm
So
not sure if if this is going to be a road trip conversation.
it's really up to you.
If you want, we can pull off into the mountains and you can wander off. I mean, it's an affair for you to settle. The only reason
Yeah.
that I even bothered getting involved is because we were on the island.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You're-
fair.
It
I have no intention of. I have nothing to say to Dionysus.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine.
If you want to take some time and check out the lovely vistas of views in southwestern. I forgot what is this? The
I mean,
America.
yeah, I mean, I can also do it in the back of the van if that's to
Do
not
it wherever,
hold up
mate.
travel.
The only concern I would have there is if he decides to manifest in all of his glorious anger
That is,
in the back of the van while we're driving.
yeah.
I mean, but we're driving pretty fast, and Dionysus isn't known for his running.
Well, maybe.
He's in
I
fact
think-
quite famous for being outrun by by young women, typically.
Well, I mean, if this is truly a matter of etiquette, it's my understanding that it would be best to acquire an offering and perform an act of service and call upon him for whatever reason you want to call upon him, as opposed to calling him.
Yeah, that would probably be better.
Because his pantheon is weird.
Yeah, there is that. And
We're about to go through Vegas. We can get the most. You got money. Buy the most expensive stuff you can.
yeah, I was about. Yeah. Not doing virgin sacrifices. Just clearing your conscience on that right now, Gilbert. Not going that route.
No, that happens later.
And they're prohibitively expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, and while affording that is not the issue, there's other things. So we'll not go that route. But while we're going through Vegas, I would say would probably be a good time for me to find some expensive shit that would be suitable for an offering to call him that way.
What type of expensive shit are you looking for, Thalis?
As far as revelry goes, alcohol is probably a good start. Um, there's also usually food at such parties, so perhaps some food there as well. Um, but as far as anything else that would be appropriate, I'm not really sure. Out of character, so if you know anything that
Well,
might fit the bill, as it were.
food and alcohol are a good offering, particularly for your father. So, if that's what you'd like to do, you may.
Yeah, I would like to do that, and just for taking the safety of others into consideration, I don't want to do this in like the Vegas Strip, like middle of everywhere, in case he decides to violently appear and cause collateral damage.
We'll just go a
Um,
little bit north to where the nuclear test happened.
yeah, that's probably a safer spot in case this goes nuclear. So,
So what you do is you start with some David Gottlieb cufflinks, right? Those will run you about $36,000. You get him tickets to the Tina Turner musical, okay?
okay,
And
okay.
you buy a weekend with Adele, and then you're
I was about to say, aren't Taylor Swift tickets like stupidly expensive right now?
I don't know.
well. The answer
I
is
don't know.
always they're always expensive.
I know, no. There was a whole thing where there were thousands of dollars, and it was
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I
What
don't
is
think
your
they make
offering,
bargain basement Taylor
Thalis?
Swift tickets.
Sorry, what was that?
What is your offering, Thalis?
I'm the Bellagio fountain.
No. So I'm gonna go and try to find like basically the best food I can, the best food and drink that I can, and use that as an offering.
Okay. Well, you're in Vegas, so a number of options and selections are for you. I'm not gonna ask for specifics or anything like that, but I do
Rhinestone
know
jockstrap.
what kind of alcohol.
Sorry, you were asking what kind of alcohol?
Please.
Uh, I was originally thinking wine, but considering that he makes that, I wasn't sure if perhaps a different kind would be better. Perhaps some rum or whiskey,
Up to you. Uh, you would
or
know
some
that
some good bourbon.
good
Some
bourbon.
good bourbon. Yeah, we'll go with that.
You head to a liquor store, something uptown and expensive. The kind that give it to you in velvet bags,
Oh yeah.
stitched by workers that are paid far too little money.
Hmm.
But the shop owner tells you, sorry, we can't sell to you. We don't. Something went wrong with our stock. It's not quite right. We're actually under investigation at this point.
What? Okay. Then I will go to the next one then.
The next one is open, but they are closing things up as you enter, and they say, "Sorry, we can't sell today."
Hmm.
There's been as far as we know, statewide uh, contamination. We're not really sure. We're looking into it. If you come back, maybe next week Wednesday, we might have some more information for you.
Hmm. Okay, the food then.
Food is a little easier to acquire.
Okay. Okay. So, kind of connecting the dots here. I feel like the part where am I just cursed with not being able to obtain legal booze?
No, so from what you've seen in these shops, in these stores, um, you're aware that bourbon is a brown liquor. You know that whiskey is a brown liquor. You know that
Okay.
rum can come in different forms. Everything was stark clear. It was just crystal clear.
Huh.
every bit of glass that was not colored, you could see the liquid was just as clear as water.
Oh no.
Uh,
Thalis is the Antichrist. He turns water into wine. He turns
Or
wine into water. Oh no! He turns.
You're the patron saint of buzzkills. How do you feel about that one?
Oh man, feel pretty fucking terrible. Mm.
You guys want to do some vitamin C?
I will say, Thalis, you go to acquire some food. It is relatively easy to acquire. You're in Vegas. Gideon, Gregor, Thalis, as you are in Vegas, no matter where you go, people are upset. All of Las Vegas is devoid of alcohol. Something's wrong, and the people are not happy. There are fights breaking out. There are people being injured greatly. There are people going to great lengths to pursue their joyous
Habits.
weekend.
So I will continue muting my epicenter so as not to ignite warfare in the streets. Tempted to just let it fly, but not right now. Low profile.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, food. It's
Looks
food
like
is-
Dionysus
food is what
turned
we
off
got.
the booze.
Yeah, it looks like he turned off the booze.
Did you do that?
I
Apparently
didn't
he
think he
can.
could, but apparently.
Are there no other gods of revelry that would take issue with this?
I don't know, man.
I'm not sure, but yeah, in that case, just gonna double down on the food portion and get more food and better food as best I can here, since I can't use the alcohol for that.
You do this. You have your offering, Thalis. As you make your way back to your friends, as you are rejoined, you see that again, people are quite upset. It is only about, with how fast you guys have been going, it's only about late afternoon. It's not even cressing into evening, but the strip is full of people trying to have a good time, sober.
Let's go call your dad.
Yeah, let's do that. So we're gonna go call Dad using the
There
office.
are definitely non like Western restaurants here.
Okay.
I'm going to wander into a place that looks of, let's say, Asian or East Asian kind of influence of origin, and see if they are engaging in any sort of, spirited revelry, or whether they're also plagued by the same seeming.
There are, as you journey inside, you get some looks, the normal amount of looks that you would get, Gideon. Someone comes up to you and asks, how many in your party? But you peer back and you see the bar. There are no glasses on this bar, but they don't turn you away. You can see people have not wine glasses. There are no wine glasses. There are no beer mugs or steins or anything. But with your senses, you can smell it. There's faint alcohol in the air. It's present somewhere in this establishment.
I'm not here to partake. There seems to be a bit of a supply problem in the area that I'm
Oh.
sure you're aware of.
Yes. He leans in very close, and says, "We're one of the only establishments that have anything. If you are willing to pay a bit of a markup, if I'm being honest, we can provide some libations, but they would need to stay in the establishment. You could never tell where you got them from."
I have no desire to partake or to remove the potential from your patrons. I wish you luck. And if I may, I just kind of look around. Continue to do well for yourselves. I just kind of walk out.
You depart.
Yeah, I'll find the pair. Well, the good news is that it seems Dionysus's influence is not all-encompassing. There seem to be those who are able to resist his tantrum, or the effects of his tantrum. I wouldn't go to
Okay.
Caesar's palace, though.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, guess the food's gonna have to do.
Why would you like to make your offering, Thalis?
A little closer to those nuclear test sites might be in everyone's best interest, considering, there's already enough chaos going on in town. So a little bit further away from that to make it safer for any
Mortals.
individuals not involved, mortals not involved, individuals not involved, so on and so forth.
Yeah, I'll remain within screaming earshot.
Understood.
Basically, if you find yourself howling in pain, I'll come.
Yeah, similar.
As you guys
Cool.
travel, it's getting worse. People are fighting in the streets now. The police are dispatched. Vegas is becoming more of an issue. People are doing insane things for a lack of alcohol. For anyone familiar with the water show in Vegas with the jets, those jets could kill a man.
Oh.
People
I
are
believe it.
swimming out to try to get some sort of thrill by being over the jet and rocketed into the sky. It's insane, truly. Why? For a lack of alcohol? Just for the thrill? The high of exhilaration? Makes no sense. People are trying incredible things and very dangerous things. Fights breaking out, police dispatched, and sometimes taking part in this act of revelry. In this shared madness that is seeping through Las Vegas.
All right, out to the nuclear test sites where this isn't this isn't our problem, but we'll fix it anyways.
Yep, gotta fix it. Hopefully, fix it or die trying.
No, I'm not dying for this.
I might. We'll see.
Remember, scream.
Yes.
There
Scream if you need help.
are screams as you drive. There are those that realize that there is scarce places with alcohol, but it is present somewhere. You hear shouts of, they've got booze. Take them. Storming and beginning to break windows and pouring into buildings, grabbing what they can and draining it into their mouths.
Man, ride
Yep.
season is crazy.
It really is. I mean, yeah.
You may wish to summon your man-child.
Yeah, my guy.
It's a weird way of pronouncing dad, but all right, let's go.
Eventually,
No, it
you
fits the goods.
leave the strip. You are outside of the city proper. More so in North Las Vegas, which is still Vegas, but at the
Yeah.
very least, it's a separate mayor.
Yeah.
It's a separate mayor.
All right. Yeah. So we're gonna find a spot, set up the offering, and start that whole process.
On McCarran Boulevard, you find a nice little spot, an empty lot.
Perfect.
What do you do, Thalis? What does your offering look like? What does your patronage to the gods look like? Take some narrative control.
So really due to time constraints on this one, wasn't able to find like, proper tableware, I guess, for lack of a better term here. So this is really just a collection of takeout boxes and Tupperware containers at this point. But just spread out on the ground in front of me as one would expect, more so from a feast sort of setup. And from that, I'm gonna start the process of once everything's in place, start the process of calling Dionysus to my location. This is my offering to him. I might divine potluck.
You do this. Thalis, I would like a roll from you.
Absolutely. What do you need?
You are making an offering. So I'll give you whatever choice of skill you would like
Okay.
that you think you would need to convince Dionysus to fully commit to a meeting and fully embrace the opportunity to speak with you.
Okay.
And I think I'll give you full choice, actually. Pick an attribute. Pick a skill.
Okay. I am thinking manipulation and persuasion here.
For the record, this is a change of scene. May increase your momentum by 1.
That brings us to 3, correct?
4, I believe.
Oh, was it 4?
It's 3, because Gideon used 1.
I see. Okay.
Feel free to use any if you need it. I'm fine with using all 3 if you want it for this.
Okay. Is that all right with you, Gideon?
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Gideon will sit on the hood of the van.
Okay. So starting off with 2 successes, and then
May also invoke a path. You may expend whatever abilities you would like for this roll.
So okay, real quick. For this one, it's 6 or higher on the die is a success.
You have 8 or above.
8 or above. Okay, so that takes me up to 3 successes right now. And then you said I can expend what? Sorry?
You can invoke a path. I feel like we've all forgotten that that's a thing you can do.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Maybe not Gideon. Gideon's got his shit pretty much on lock.
Yeah, he does. So invoking a path. What would that entail in this situation?
You would pick a path, and you would basically apply through +3 enhancement. Not die, but it would just be a +3. But it would have to tie into what you're doing here. You'd have to kind of make an argument for why that would be prevalent here. It makes sense.
Right. Oh, okay. There's the path. So I've got a path here that I think might just be the one to go with, and that was Dionysus's favorite.
I like it.
I think that one kind of speaks for itself, and will bring me up to a total of 6 successes altogether. But Dad, yeah. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, 6 successes, bringing our momentum back down to 0.
So 6 successes. The scent of food fills the air. You make your offering. You make your prayer. It begins to dissipate. The food is almost burned up as it drifts upward. You smell it. The scent on the air drifts far, far into the heavens. Your offering was taken, but he's not here. You wait a moment. He doesn't show. On the corner, Gideon, you see someone run out of a Conoco gas station with a case of what looks like box wine. He's running. The store owner is chasing him. People rush in as he screams. He's screaming something. Something about the wine works. People begin to rush in from their cars that were filling up gas. Now gas is being spilled onto the floor. People are left in their cars before they realize that they have an opportunity here. Scalping is a terrible thing to do. So when these people hear that there's access to booze and they could possibly make a quick buck, their morals go out the fucking window. People rush inside this Conoco, and you see chaos begin. The noise grows so loudly, Gregor, this catches your attention. Thalis, it catches yours too. Gasoline is being wasted, which is obscene given prices in Las Vegas. But people don't care about that. They're grabbing everything they can, running in and out, trampling over one another. Something sparks, and fire begins.
Oh.
People are rushing out, burning, draining alcohol as they run into their gullets, pouring it over themselves, soaking their clothes in wine and liquor. It's a celebration. The wine's back on. Something takes them, and you can see madness in their eyes, Thalis. Men pull open their shirts, scattering buttons to the ground. The flames reach ever higher. They begin to dance. The group doesn't disperse. They gather around the flames and they dance. And they thank whatever God is so good to them to give them the only fraction of alcohol in this portion of the city. Others join in. And the fire grows. Black smoke plumes upward. And the wine flows freely from Conoco, not quelling the flames, but something rises out of it. And these people gather like loyal cultists, begin to lift this being, clad in robes of white and purple and black, a long gray beard and ram horns, wide-eyed and mad. They carry him to you. You've never seen him like this before, but it's horrifying. He has a cup, a chalice in his hand, and he pours amidst his followers, never ending, just dousing them in liquid. He tosses it, and they rush toward it. Those that are not carrying him drink from the cup, and you see their eyes dilate and go mad. Just across the street, all of this takes place as he halts traffic. People get out of their cars and join in the revelry. An entourage is formed, and he now is carried to you. He speaks a single word. Son.
You always did know how to make an entrance.
Well, you seemed like you were having fun, so I figured why not have some fun myself. It's been so long since I've had an old-style party.
Yeah.
But I didn't know you were going to be in my neck of the woods. I thought you were too busy with your friends. Too busy for your dear old dad. One who gave you life, gave you purpose. He flicks his wrist, another chalice, and begins to pour on one of his followers. It's a torrent, a stream, a waterfall. He's drowning. Someone who gave you everything. Your cup runneth over. He cast it down, and it shatters. Like shrapnel shredding into their legs. My favorite boy, I have spared you everything, and I've given no expense. Why do you wound me so? Speak, boy!
What is it I've done?
I just wanted your time, that's all. Do you not have time for me anymore, Thalis?
I never said that I didn't.
And why is it there are so many times that I go to check in on you just for your safety, just for your well-being, and I can't see you? I'm beginning to think your friends are a bad influence. He looks over to Gideon sitting on top of the van.
Can we hear his bellowing? Just so I'm
without
clear.
a doubt.
All right.
He is not being quiet in the slightest.
No, subtlety is not really something I would expect from him.
Of note, Gideon, Gregor, you can hear him. It is strange, the revelry that is encompassing him, these people, these beings. They are dancing and laughing and shrieking, but with every shriek, it's as if his voice, the combination of sounds and noise, coalesce and create different aspects of his verbiage, of his speech patterns, and it creates it louder, like a booming voice across what is North Las Vegas.
It's very weird. I'm gonna get closer.
Do this. So why are you hiding from me, son?
I wasn't aware that I was. How long ago was the party where he showed up?
That
That was the last time we saw each other in person.
a few weeks ago, I believe. For your
That would have been
Institute
about
College.
2 weeks ago, because we went from that party to killing Manspeaker.
Right.
Then we traveled to Cersei's 3 or 4 weeks ago, depending on how close to the West Coast we were in the Pacific, because it takes about 5 weeks to sail. It takes 10 to 5 weeks to sail the entirety of the Pacific, and we were roughly in the center, so I'd assume at least 5 weeks, so maybe 2 months at most. Assuming we didn't speed through after that week, so 3 weeks.
Okay.
At the least, 3 weeks at the least, about 2 months at most.
A number of weeks.
Okay.
No explanation. Nothing?
I think
Thalis, say something.
Sorry, I thought you were trying to sign something to me, and I'm like,
No, say fucking talk, man!
saw you at the party, went to
go deal with the man speaker thing, then there was a bit of a blur there.
Hmm.
There was a bit of a blur there.
Blur, you say? He reaches down a hand and just caresses a follower's face. You can see a deep black scar form along their jawline as liquid begins to seep out, pulling from it. It drips into his hand, and you can see people rushing and diving toward it, lapping up the liquid in droplets like dogs. Tell me more.
They'll say something.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember because I think I did miss some of these sessions in.
You did.
I did. So
Cersei's Isle, Relay. Just say those two.
Oh yeah, because we did go to. I wasn't here for the relay bits.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yes, we went to Cersei's Isle. That, she's actually quite nice. And then over to Relay. It's an interesting experience. Very, very fishy, kind of like that fishy sort of smell.
You can see his finger is traced now to the tip of the chin. His follower, he flicks upward and they fall back, unmoving. Secret places, indeed. Thalis. So I'm curious as to what the intention was. Your friends didn't seem so inclined to share their knowledge. I had hoped I could rely on one of my children to do so. What are you doing, Thalis?
I was more along. I was more along for the ride in those instances. What they were doing there.
I think this would be a great time for me to invoke a fate binding. I'm going to compel one, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a little fellow who's been waiting for an opportunity to shred the earthly form of this fuckhead.
Oh.
Who has recently come into what I would
consider
a saner version of himself.
Oh.
And as he is now part of my, I would consider strength 3 fate binding, I'm going to thoroughly enjoy creating peril for him via the fact that, well, his most hated adversary is earthbound and making a show of it.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm going to imperil Donnie.
Oh boy.
Just so I'm clear, what is the intention of imperiling Donnie?
Well, I know that he'll be in danger. That's the thing. So I can choose to help him or I can choose to let him die. That's kind of how it's going to go. But his peril will come at well, because Dionysus is a dangerous fellow. And yeah, the fate binding, like the condition itself, the imperiling is just a condition that's applied to the fate binding. So as he is still, I believe, at least lower tier than I am, but he's got gumption.
He does have that.
So, you said strength 3?
It is strength 3, yeah.
And your legend, I believe, is sitting at 3 or 4?
3. It's 3 right now. But I would imagine there's no way that with a show like this, there's no way in hell.
I mean, He was in the ocean.
Sure.
Understood. 2 successes, Gideon, for the roll, for whenever that comes up.
All right.
Rather, I should say if.
So yeah, but in game, Gideon finds himself as he continues to talk about how resistant his friends are and how he was depending on his favorite child, blah blah blah. I'm reminded by the one he tortured and tormented and plagued with, a condition of being constantly inebriated, intoxicated, and basically enslaved. I can't help but think about him.
Excellent. He is somewhere, Gideon. You can feel that tug, that little pull of the red thread. He feels it. He doesn't feel directly in danger, but it's as if that thread needs to find a new purchase, as if something was taken from Donnie. Even despite the efforts he's made to cut things off, it's very similar to Thalis, where something feels like it was pulled away. And in this sense, Donnie knows that he's still not quite free.
Okay.
And he looks to you, Thalis, and says, "What are you doing?"
Well, right now, this was a bit of a pit stop, I suppose you could say, on the way to, what was it, Denver?
Yes, Denver.
Yeah, Denver.
Keep your fucking mouth shut. This is a family matter, you fucking thing.
Not a fertility.
What are you doing, Thalis? I'll have the sum total if you would kindly.
So, real quick, just to kind of jog my memory here. We were going to Denver because
Gideon wants to go to Denver.
Gideon wants to go. Okay. The big guy over there, he wants to go to Denver. So we were going to Denver.
He is lowered by his followers. He is now standing. He's about a foot taller than you. But he steps up close to you. He's about 3 steps away, and he says, "You're not understanding." He reaches quite quickly, Thalis. You may make an attempt to dodge if you'd like. But he's going to attempt to go for your throat.
I'm gonna go ahead and not dodge on this one.
Understandable. You see his fingers are long. Rather, his fingernails are long and a little bit gnarled. Like a hermit, and he grips into your throat. He lifts you just an inch off the ground and says, "What are you doing? I have missed so much of you, my dear, dear boy. So, fill in the fucking gaps, boy. I'm not going to ask you again, and if I have to, I'm going to start killing your little friends."
He's not screaming yet, is he?
Not yet.
Okay, good.
Not yet.
Just tell him what we are doing. Tell him our long-term deed. That is fucking what he's asking, what we are doing as a group of people, what our goals are.
Okay, yeah. And so the long term, because sorry, real quick, because we had the band term one of setting up the base of operations.
Hit him with your
Uh,
long term first. Don't
well,
necessarily
That'll be
compromise
enough
the base.
from you, Gregor.
Okay.
Thalis, I normally don't
Fair enough.
interrupt people like things like this, but this is your scene. This is your choice.
All right. Where do you want me to start?
I want everything that you're up to. And I want it now. You're running around with a titan and an abomination. What are you planning? You're putting my reputation at stake. Do you understand that? You are an extension of myself. Nothing more. So when you fuck up, my loyalties are called into question. And if I stand before Zeus because of you, well, the world's going to have a party that they've never even dreamed of. They've dreamt of quite a lot.
Well, seems like it might make a lot more sense if Zeus has a problem with my actions that I stand in front of him instead of you.
He drops you, Thalis. What an excellent suggestion. What an excellent
Shit.
compromise. Oh. You can see that the crowd laughs in unison, in joy, in ecstasy. He says, I am so glad we have an understanding. I knew that I had given you a little extra something when I made you. You have my wit, son. He dusts you off, cups your face and says, I don't like being stern with you. And I promise I won't have to do this again. Right? Right? Good boy. Enjoy Las Vegas. I hear that there's a party downtown. And looks to you two, Gregor and Gideon. Gentlemen,
Thigh bastard.
take care of my boy. And you, he points to you, Gideon, you be careful whose eyes you attract. Ta. He is lifted once more by the entourage, and they walk into the now pillar of flame that was once a Conoco gas station. You hear screams, but they're joyous. You hear laughter, but it is painful. And within this sound, you hear a cackling of a mad god.
Well, answered one huge question today.
Oh,
Yeah. See, whenever I go to therapy, I always wonder, where do I start? And now I know.
well,
Just what?
I-
Why was that? What?
I have no idea.
Hey, Thalis, did you just agree to be judged
I hope not.
for
I
the
don't.
sins of Dionysus?
I don't make good
Because the way
decisions
you
when I'm
said that,
sober.
because
No.
the way you said that implied that he might be able to shift some blame onto you for shit.
I don't make good decisions when I'm sober.
I think you did just fine.
I don't know if I did, but I appreciate your enthusiasm.
Trust that if you are to stand before Zeus, that I have every intention of being at your side. I would love to stand before Zeus with you.
See, at first, that made me feel better. And now I think I'm more concerned.
Thalis, I think in this moment, looking at Gideon, you think that might be a genuine. You think he really fucking means it.
I do. In my molten heart.
And see, I thought Donnie was going to be the one that was getting imperiled.
This has been.
Oh,
Has the situation been
I'm in
diffused?
danger.
Other than his continued tantrum in the greater southwestern desert area?
For you guys' record as well, out of character, it's a new scene. You have a momentum. Enjoy.
Okay,
I love how that didn't answer the question.
let's go to Denver, I guess. Let's
Yeah.
get out of here before the party turns into a riot.
Let me know when you get that invitation to Olympus. I'm happy to be your +1.
You guys can pile in back into the van a little more. Perhaps some of you a little more worried than others. Some of you a little more eager for what might be coming.
I don't verbalize that like dressing for the occasion means that I would likely be skinning a Scion of Zeus and wearing them as a hat when I go there, but I think it.
Okay, that's good to know. We're gonna take this opportunity to take a brief intermission. We'll see you in like 7 minutes, maybe 10 for just take a quick tech and bio break.
Yep.
We'll see you guys very soon.
Rule them like a fucking potato.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We are all still alive, and we're doing well. I think that went well. We rejoin our heroes after their meeting with Dionysus, after this loving father just wanted to voice some concerns for his son.
Right. That's what it was.
It was weird that he thought I was a fertility eldritch abomination, but oh well.
Scene is yours,
Off we
gentlemen.
go to Denver.
Yep.
Into
Off
the old World War or Cold War bunkers that are popped throughout that state.
So, as you all depart, the scent of alcohol once again fills Las Vegas. You hear the sounds of revelry and noise blending in with the smell of burning flesh of a Conoco gas station. A lovely sight and a lovely smell and a lovely sound as you depart Las Vegas. It enters into a state of revelry and joy. The party here tonight will be
To die for.
talked about for ages.
Mm-hmm.
But you travel. And it's not too far from Vegas to Denver. But you have some time for conversation if you'd like to discuss what just happened.
Oh, I think it stands on its own. Unless Thalis wants to talk.
Yeah. I don't have anything to add.
Yeah, I don't know if there's really anything to add at this point. Internal screaming intensifies, but
Noted.
And then, if you want to get out of that abusive relationship, where I'm going to see a guy in Denver. We can help you out.
we'll see. We'll see.
You guys travel.
Trading one crazy for another, that sounds like a great idea.
Healthy.
It's not insanity. It's not crazy. It's just knowing more than you should.
I love that for you. You guys travel, and you guys travel at an incredible speed. You guys arrive by nightfall. It's Well, a little bit past nightfall, I should say. The stars are out. Darkness has taken the world. But you have arrived in the same day.
So before I want I'd like to go to the airport, but on the way there, I'd like to have a little chit chat with Thalis. This isn't like a private thing, so we're gonna have this conversation in front of people, but or in front of Gregor and the dog.
Sure.
So something to keep in mind here. Your patron wants to know a lot about what's going on. You know, in your mind, because I've said it aloud, that I have every intention of going to Coursera and, well, removing those in my way when it comes to obtaining the sickle of Cronus. Understand you could never share this information with him. So if you are concerned that this is something that you will have to expose me and us to before it occurs, that would put you in my way. I value you as a comrade and a friend. We are kin. But this is my purpose, and I will destroy you.
Be a little disappointed if you didn't.
I hug him. I'm sure you'll figure this out. I have faith in you.
Some brotherhood found between a Theoi Titan and a Theoi Scion. You travel. Gregor, it's a little bit awkward for you as you watch these two hug.
Well, you know, I kind of understand the bad daddyhood.
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah.
Who knew that inside that hard, molten rock exterior there was a heart of gold?
It's magma, just so you know. It's
It's liquid gold.
it's warm and wet.
It's liquid gold. That's what it
Hey,
is.
you know what? I am a fan of things that are both warm and wet, so.
It's okay. You guys arrive at Denver Airport.
Speaking of Hera, what?
Oh.
Guys, if
I was about to say, there's my one per day. I met my quota. We can move on.
if there's retribution to be had, whatever gods are listening, don't do it to me, please. I didn't do anything wrong. You guys arrive at Denver Airport.
Mm-hmm.
Gideon, as stated before, and for those of you who might not remember, for the viewers as well, when last our heroes were in Denver, they had sat with the keepers, learned about their goals and wants and ideas and ideals. However, having not fully committed, they were given food by a particularly powerful deity to make them forget. Gideon, being the only one who did not consume or imbibe, he's the only one who remembers where the Keeper's entrance is, what their whole deal really is. Gregor and Thalis know of the Keepers, know that they are an organization that their friend Majin is a part of, but they don't have a whole lot of further knowledge beyond that. Gideon, however, this is kind of your guiding show.
Do they seem confused at all, or like what's the general kind of mindset in the van when I asked to go to the airport? Like,
Gideon's doing Gideon things. Let him do Gideon things.
I merely wish to talk to someone, so this shouldn't get messy.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to that door over there. You're welcome to come with me. I just don't know how they'll react.
Do you want Listen, Gideon. Typically, I trust you, and typically, you end up doing things that are very concerning when I'm around, and that could possibly get me killed. So, do you think it will get me killed?
I think it could.
Okay, I've got my own stuff to do. You go ahead and do your stuff. I'm gonna go find a hole.
Okay.
Thalis, if you want to come find a hole with me, by all means. Also, we might have to kill somebody.
In the hole?
No, but to kill somebody before the hole.
It sounds like good. It sounds like a good time. You should.
Yeah, that.
do that.
Fuck it. Sure.
Okay, we drop Gideon off, and then we're gonna go, find somebody who looks touristy and that won't be missed in the city.
That's a concerning way of putting it.
It's winter time.
I mean, it's really easy to
Sort of.
find people at the airport that are new.
Yeah, but the airport has cameras.
Yeah, I go looking for that service door.
Yeah.
You find it, Gideon, exactly where you left it. And as you approach, people seem to ignore you entirely. More so than usual, you are quickly and easily forgotten. As you approach, you may enter freely.
Yeah, I'll go in. Go down the long hallway that yells at me to go back and turn away and boo-hoo, don't be in here. I'll kind of chuckle as I walk through.
It
And
does the exact same. It's very strange, Gideon. Your memory is pretty immaculate, and you swear it's just repeating the same voice lines.
after a while, I start kind of reciting it back to it on the same timing, like as I'm walking down the hallway. Go back, tread no further. Doom waits is that beyond? Oh, beyond. Yep, there it is.
You do this. You approach the door with the figure, the being that you have come to know as Gregor's dog.
I will knock on it. Loudly. It's a big stone slab, right?
Tis.
Oh, yeah. I will knock on the slab.
The door swings open. There is a woman standing before you. She is wearing looks like a turquoise skirt with bits of gold and random, looks like knickknacks and jewelry. Over her shoulders, just covering up herself, her modesty, is a red sash. Drapes over her shoulders, covering what would be inappropriate.
Evening.
I don't believe I have met you before.
And you'll likely not meet me again. I have business with I'm hesitant to call him a friend, but an associate, an ally I made previously, who is expecting to hear back from me.
She steps forward. You can see she has deep black lipstick and almost copper skin. She's very pretty. Long dark hair. What friend would that be?
The Smith of Vulcan, who works at your forge.
Our forge. But
The forge here, yes.
you don't understand. Our forge. I'm afraid I don't know you. I don't know how you found this place.
I've been here before.
I know all the keepers.
I'm no keeper.
There's where we might have a problem, you see.
We don't have a problem, honestly. I'm here to speak with an associate and nothing more. If you wish to create a problem, it will find you here.
She weighs your words.
I need not trespass further. If you wish to alert them to my presence, I can wait here on the other side of this door, having never crossed your threshold into your sacred domain.
That may be preferable. You don't mind waiting, do you?
A very patient individual,
Well, that's good to know.
but don't waste my time.
I wouldn't dream of it. I didn't catch your name, might I?
Perhaps another time. Should we meet again?
I think we might. She steps away, turning. Her hair spins, floating in the air.
Kind of eyeball the doorway. Just kind of chuckle to myself. These people, I tell you. Keepers of the stops. All of them.
You wait.
I continue reciting the lines from the hallway,
They
standing in the door. Go back,
They don't stop as you do.
turn away,
Eventually,
certain death.
she returns, holding the hand of the smith. She kind of leads him. He looks very uncomfortable to be touched, particularly by her. You can see that he's watching her carefully. But they stand before you now, and she sort of maneuvers, taking his waist and kind of positioning him in front of her. Is this what you're looking for?
I look him up and down. For no reason, I'm pretty sure it's him.
It is.
Yes, he'll suffice.
Well, you two play nice, and she leans down behind him and whispers something in his ear. Don't forget who you belong to. And she withdraws. The door seals behind her, and there is a quietness that falls over the hall as even the whispers begin to dim.
It's good to see you again.
And known I was going to see you again.
Well, I'm a man of my word, or if man is to be used here. Let's go for a walk. I enjoy the cacophony as I kind of turn around and keep going down the hallway. And
He walks behind you a bit slower.
I like this one. This one here.
He lets a little chuckle out and says, "Never was a fan. It's repetitive. It's like elevator music at this point."
After my time in civilization, I've learned an appreciation for the girl from Ipanema.
He chuckles.
I continue walking.
He points to your hands, or rather, Gideon, your gauntlets. How have they served you?
Oh, quite well. Quite well. They've throttled many. They've moved mountains. Tectonic plates. incarnations.
I'm glad to hear it.
They've learned restraint thanks to you.
Restraint.
Yes.
I'm afraid that if they've learned restraint, that's by your own hand.
Well, I'm no smith. Creation is not my strong suit. Upheaval, however, is in my nature. I wait until we're clear of the hall and like outside of the building and kind of out in the air. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Gregor blipped out of existence. The mythos got him.
You'll have that.
Nope. We
There we
teleported. All right.
He walks with you. Oh,
He does that. Yep, there he goes. He does that sometimes.
a struggle.
Hold on.
Anyway.
He walks with you,
Mhm.
and he
Good. Good. You good, Kim? Okay, you good.
he says to you,
I'm unmuted.
"You didn't touch her, did you?"
No. I don't touch anything in that place.
Good.
There is too much of concern there, which is what brings me here. Much has transpired since last we met, and you reunited me with the Fists of Tartarus, and in that time, the Unbound have grown in number and become more unified in purpose. You may feel as if you have no alternative to the Keepers, and they may seem like your best chance in a world poised to collapse under the weight of lies and chaos and oppression. But I am hoping to be able to offer you another path, an opportunity to do as you see fit. Not do as you're ordered, but to do as you wish in safety and seclusion.
What safety and seclusion could you offer that the keepers don't?
A refuge for ourselves and those like us who seek to bow before no single pantheon or council. Those who wish to carve our own way, independent of the factions at constant war or those seeking control or to recreate the frameworks that put us here in the first place. I am simply inviting you to come with us, not to join us, without obligation to do as you will, and to forge a new path for yourself. Unrestrained, empowered, and most importantly, unbound.
You have my attention. But
They will not. Go ahead.
Forgive me if I'm uncertain. Like you, the goals that I have for myself are quite lofty, and they are best kept secret. There's a pantheon forming here. People of secrecy, people of power, provide me a great many deal of things so that I may continue my own path unabated. Forgive me if I sound like I'm bartering, but what do you have to offer? In comparison, at the very least.
A life without shackles and conditions. They permit you to do what you wish. But if they decided to no longer permit you or to change your priorities, you would have no choice. You would either be cast out, or worse, forced. Do you not see this?
I see that the keepers are necessary. I'm not quite sure how you remember this place, but I am interested that you do, because your ideals align with theirs. Why not just join them?
I trust you. Trust me, they don't. They wish to recreate. They wish to rebuild and restructure and redo and re-architect. Is not my way. I wish to remove the thorn in the side of those who remain slaves to the guiles of these gods, and let it breathe. Maybe for the first time ever. So perhaps we wish similar things, but they see themselves as some sort of benefactor, some sort of, they're making sacrifices of their power in the long term. They honestly expect us to believe that they'd be willing to sacrifice such things when the time comes. I am unconvinced that there are not those who will hold on to that power no matter the cost. Infighting is inevitable. That place will burn itself from the inside, like every other pantheon. I'm offering you an exit, nothing more.
I'm interested. They will not let me go freely.
What will be required? An exchange or a battle?
I think that the work that your friend has done in the few short days he's been here will dissuade them from shedding your blood.
Well, Heracles is also bound to stay out of my way.
He is. There would be an exchange, I imagine.
What to offer them? Again, I'm not bartering for you. I don't wish to own you.
I know
Or your
what they will
loyalty.
want.
What do they want?
They will want my memories.
Of this place?
Everything that has occurred here. I very rarely leave. When I realized that should I stray far enough away, things would begin to become fuzzy or blurry, I stopped leaving. As such, the skill that you are seeking will be diminished.
How is that so? How are they not? Is it not a part of you?
It is. But I have worked with fine materials here. Materials they provided. Things that are tied to them.
Mm-hmm.
I will lose the ability to work with such materials.
And you'll gain the ability to work with others.
Why would you not seek a smith who already knows? Why come to me?
Because, like it or not, we are bound to each other, in a sense. I can feel the unrest, the struggles against your bonds, the compromises you feel like you've had to make to pursue your ambitions. I would only seek to untap that, to remove your ceiling, and allow you to engage truly in the rapacity your soul seems to desire. Commit to your ambitions. Should they align with ours? Convenient, but unnecessary.
Gideon, in this moment, I need a roll from you.
Sure.
And for this, you may choose whatever skill you'd like. But I do want some information from you before I assign an attribute. Are you
Yeah.
trying to persuade or manipulate? Are you trying to touch on anything that is in particular? What is the goal here?
The goal is to make clear to him that the path that he is on only ends poorly for him and for those involved. That it's a dead end. The alternative is I am attempting to basically hone in on his desire to do his own thing, to be unbound. We're already fate bound. So like it's more of like an elemental thing for me. So in that, I would like to spend a legend to invoke my title
Interesting.
as the essence of change.
You may do this. Understood.
Because, well, I'm a big fan of change.
I'll allow you a choice of presence or manipulation.
Presence. I will go presence, empathy, if I can.
By all means.
Is this considered breaking? I think this is considered breaking. We're breaking relationships for sure.
I would say, in a sense, yes.
I mean, it speaks to the euphemism in the trait. Like it's not even like me interpreting. It's like literally also relationships. You'll handle scale, right?
Correct.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Only 7. Didn't even use might.
Understood. Looks at you. Gideon, he looks at you not with revelry or distrust or disgust or fear. Look at you with a great many deal of emotions. There's something different here. It's almost like admiration. He says, when you first walked into my forge, I knew that you came for a weapon. But I didn't quite understand why. When you've already been made. As I worked on you, I wondered who could have created a weapon such as yourself. Their craftsmanship is immaculate. But I think that you have been honed in such a way that they didn't even know what they've made. Your wit is sharp. Your charisma is dangerous. You could speak to the masses and be a king. But you don't want that, do you?
Never have.
Whole countries be wiped out by your hand. What a beautiful blade you are. You got yourself a deal.
If you wish to make it interesting, we can always try to help you escape with your memory intact. Unless you would rather forget this place.
She touched me. There's no way to do that. She would purge me from the inside. She's a goddess of filth and purification.
Who was that?
She's dangerous, is what she is. She's not a weapon, she's a poison. She's known as Ixguana, Doki. She's a Teotl.
Seems more and more, the more of these keepers we encounter, the more it seems like they are willing to take any path and any tool to make their ends meet.
They needed her for judgment, for pardoning, an outlet of sorts for forbidden pleasures. Filth and purification. A dual role for a goddess that can flip like a switch.
Well, I should warn you. And what should I call you? To date, I've only called you Smith.
I have taken no name. He gave me one, and I cast it off. I have found unfit and unworthy to forge myself a new one.
Then, if I may, continue to call you Smith until you decide upon a name for yourself. I will do so.
By all means.
There are matters very dire that we are engaging with immediately that I don't necessarily know that you want to be party to this soon. So, if you would like, we can take you to the refuge first before pursuing what will be considered an act of war.
I have long made weapons. But it has been longer still since I've wielded one. If you are willing to risk your new smith, you'll find he is a warrior too.
I am in possession of no smith, but would he like to join me in dispatching what will likely be the most haughty and arrogant of the Theoi? I would welcome you.
Let the skies rain blood.
Let it rain. Well, I'm sure my friends will pick me up at this. I believe they called it a circle drive. I'm supposed to wait here.
While this has been going on, Gregor, Thalis,
Yes.
what have you been up to?
Finding tourists where cameras aren't, so, looking for the idiots.
You find people, most likely in the restroom.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Okay, well, we're gonna have to do this quite violently, so
I'm
just
sorry. What?
What? Human sacrifice.
I think I missed that that part of the map. Why are we sacrificing people?
Well, the greenish flame has dozens of people that work under it, so we need to kill at least 12 people, I figure. Would be a good number to sacrifice to it.
Okay, see, I thought we were talking about like maybe one human sacrifice. 12?
Yeah. I'm not going to go to the greenish flame without feeding it fire and allowing its parasitic influence to increase on the local area.
Okay, well, fair. Why are we going to this thing again?
Oh, so I can talk to it and get something from it. It has something I want. Or at least, okay, we could probably get away with 6.
6 is better than 12. Do we have to kill them directly? Like, is that how does this work?
It's a sacrifice, my guy.
Well,
I'll go
yeah.
do it myself. I'll turn into a giant dog and go maul 6 people if you want me to. You don't got to be a part of this.
I don't know how I
I've
feel
got-
about throwing people into a fire, but letting you just maul people as a dog.
Notably, I've got a gun. The gun to the door. This guy is just in there.
You got.
It's at roughly head level.
And now we know what we lost when we lost Majin.
Y'all need a moral compass. This is bad.
I at least have ethics, okay?
Yeah. My God, listen. What did you think I meant when I said we're gonna go kill some people?
Well, okay, yeah, that's fair. But see, when you were talking about sacrifice, I thought it was more like, all right, you jump in next. You jump in next. Like, I didn't think you were going to be the one pulling the fucking trigger.
How else do you sacrifice to a god?
Where are you guys having this conversation?
Right outside the bathroom door of the would-be sacrifice.
Okay. Notably, when people walk by you, they just give you a wide berth, and no one has come out of the bathroom yet.
Yeah, we made sure somebody was in there. We made sure there was somebody in there.
Yeah.
Got the gun pointed roughly at the at head chest level. About. Okay.
Right. Go ahead.
Cool. Bam.
You fire.
Yeah. Did it sound like it hit somebody?
Oh, it sounded like it hit something.
Did it sound like it hit something that was squishy, wet, and made of bone?
Difficult to tell, but you see someone has fallen off the toilet.
Cool. Okay, we're just gonna kick that door open. Walk in. Hey, guy. Now, before you die, you're gonna go into a giant flame. Fight it as much as you can. It'll be more fun that way for you.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put a little. And I'm gonna take his own blood, and draw a little fire symbol on his head. We're gone. We're good. The greenish flame will know to claim this one.
He's asking why, Thalis.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna walk in the bathroom with him. So like, I'm just still kind of standing outside. I'm like, fucker.
Come on, we gotta get at least 5 more.
With a gunshot in the middle of a Denver airport.
No,
Yeah.
we drove away from the airport. What are you talking about?
Apologies. Yeah, you guys went to there's a rest stop down with a Wendy's, down the street from that, and honestly,
We should stop going to Wendy's.
yeah, no one go to that rest stop. Yeah, people are
walk
freaking
out. Yeah, no, we'll just walk out.
Like nothing happened.
Yeah, like we weren't the ones who did it.
Continue
And then
on.
we get in the van. We got to kill about 5 more people.
I wish there was a humanity score in this game.
There is one. I have one. I have humanity and nihilism.
Yep.
As my
We're
virtues.
gonna go ahead and I think we're gonna go ahead and slide that tracker a little bit, Gregor.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna sit in the van for the next 5.
Dallas, real quick, what are your virtues? Just remind me. I believe it's...
I've got egotism and kinship.
Okay, yeah. I don't know what to do with you in particular. You're just letting this happen.
I don't know what to do with me either, bud.
I
You
think,
could argue pro kinship because he's not stopping me.
I'm gonna argue pro kinship as well because this is you putting. You know what? We're gonna leave your track in the middle. I don't know what the fuck to do with you. You're a problem. You specifically, Gregor, not Thalis. Thalis, you're just kind of like you're bad people. You guys continue your fucking massacre. We're not gonna get into detail.
Okay.
We.
You're my getaway driver.
Yeah.
I will do the turn into a giant dog and just maul people part though.
Okay.
Since I can do that and I haven't done that yet.
Real quick, just because I know that it was a point of question, so let's define that. What, how, and why, and when the fuck did that happen?
So don't you recall? I got the shapeshifting purview a little bit ago, and I can only shapeshift into dog-related things.
Correct.
Oddly specific.
And I could what is the assume the form of a dangerous what?
By dog related, can you turn into like a milk bone?
Yeah.
Nice.
Become any inanimate object that's dog related. I could. So what is it? Yeah. The assume the dangerous natural weapons one where I become lethal dog. I'll just become a dog monster and murder them that way.
Good to know. I'll double check that. I know we talked about that. I just want to review it for myself.
Yeah.
We should be all good. I know you have weapons that are similar. But you do this, Dallas.
Yeah.
You watch.
And then just after each one, you're going to the greenish flame, put up a fight. There you go. And you just mark them for the flames pyre.
Dallas, there's a intrusive thought that goes through your head.
Okay.
You might need better friends.
Yeah.
You do this.
Maybe my dad wasn't entirely wrong.
Gregor, eventually your number of sacrifices is complete.
Excellent. Now we descend. There are many bunkers here. So we're going to go ahead and, have to pop through each one until we find the one that the greenish flame is in. Which shouldn't be too hard. After this many sacrifices, it's got at least a couple dozen keepers that'll tend it. So one of them should find us. After a little bit.
You move into the bunkers, bunker lair.
Yep.
There is movement in the shadows. There are workers here. Use these as sort of service shaft and service hallways. You walk.
Yep. Phone out for light. If there's any attendants, now would be a good time to take us to your master.
There's no reply, and no words. You just feel a feeling, Gregor. Pulls you through the halls.
Okay.
It's almost like you know where you're going. Something pulls.
And follow it.
Thalis, are you with him?
I'm really debating on that right now. Do I want to go further into the... Well, the bodies are gone, right? Like, you kind of just left them where they were. So this is really just more like we're just going for a walk at this point, right?
Yeah, this is going for a walk to the person I just sacrificed those bodies to. Person isn't the right word for that.
Person's not the right word for that. Fuck it. I'll tag along.
Let's have some rolls from the two of you.
All right.
Cunning.
Okay.
Whatever you'd like for skill for navigation.
Let's see. Old World War II or Cold War bunkers. I don't know why I keep messing that up. Survival?
By all means.
Yeah, I can see survival as well. I can't really see working next time.
4.
4 and 0. Take an extra momentum. Take an extra momentum
Cool.
for the scene change. Thalis, you are hopelessly lost. You're following Gregor, and he thinks he knows where he's going.
Yeah, you could not be more correct on the whole hopelessly lost thing, but also in the circumstances, I feel that's accurate.
Mm-hmm. Gregor, do you have your Palace of Memory active?
Yes.
This doesn't feel right. You're getting pulled in circles. But you remember these hallways, little intricacies, cracks here, a spill, a stain of a coffee here. Why aren't you finding it? You look at Thalis. That pull happens again. Thalis, what do you look like in this moment?
Do I not look like myself?
Do you look confused? Do you look worried?
Sure. I would say, yeah, kind of confused. I'm not really sure where we're going, so that kind of like, is this the right way? Does he know where we're going?
Gregor?
So uncertain, I think, is a good word for it.
You look at Thalis and you see that he's lost. You need that.
I'm gonna go ahead and step behind him. You guide us.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
That sounds like a perfect idea. You go. You guide us. I'm following you now.
Okay. Then I'll just start walking in a direction. I mean, it's
Thalis, you guide him. Let's have that same roll from you. Gregor, you may make a roll if you'd like to help navigate or to hinder navigation. You may also use some certain abilities. I'm aware that you have Master of the World. You may add some complications if you like.
No, I don't have Master of the World active now. I'll make a roll a help guide.
Understood.
otherwise sitting at 3 successes. Plus whatever he's got. So.
That was 3.
Okay. Between someone who doesn't know where they're going and someone who feels a pull, you push, Gregor, down a hallway every once in a while, toward a light that suddenly stops being a light. And then you realize you're not helping. You two are hopelessly lost. And it feels right. You keep walking, and then suddenly a door. Simple. Modern. Just a door. With a little metal handle. Kind that you would see in an airport. Kind that you would see in a lot of corporations, businesses. Perfectly everyday, average door.
I'll open the door.
There is a small, almost like a palimpsest. The flickering flame. Green and inviting.
All right. We found it.
This.
This is a god. Go ahead and walk up to it.
Okay.
I bow. O great greenish flame, I have come seeking a boon from you.
It doesn't reply.
Didn't expect it to. It's a fire. I pull out the tennis ball sized pearl and hold it close to the flame, not, over the flame where the heat is. I wish to take but a piece of you so I may build something. A great masterwork. As you reshape many things, I wish to reshape with you. I have sacrificed 6 people to this end. Please give me power. I'm gonna, hold the pearl over the fire itself.
Gregor, you've made a sacrifice. Just have composure and whatever you'd like to petition for this gift.
Petitioning. Say cult. Does that work? Alright. May I use our momentum, gentlemen?
All the means.
Alright, so that'll 1, 2, 0 then. That's 10. That's another 10. 5.
5 successes.
Mm-hmm.
Flame grows, then overtakes its pedestal. There's a column of living energy. It soaks into the pearl. It darkens your hand a bit, Gregor. It stings. Thalis,
Yes.
I would like anything in your resistance field, so resolve, stamina, or composure,
Okay.
and whatever you think you need to not vomit.
To not vomit.
Correct.
Well, I'm thinking stamina. Be good since it's kind of a physical body reaction there. Let me. Maybe integrity.
By all means.
Let's go with that. 2.
Gregor, next to you, Thalis, begins to spew.
So
Add a momentum to your pool, gentlemen.
that was my next question.
You, take, Gregor. The pearl now has this soft, faint, greenish tint. And there's a crack that runs along the circumference.
I think you will greenish flame. Then I turn around to Thalis. Hey, this, like I said, this is one of my gods. If you want to get out from under your dad.
I'll keep that in mind.
This is perfect time. Just, stick your hand in.
Maybe later.
Okay.
Maybe later. We'll see.
I'll go ahead and pocket the pearl. Let's go ahead and get out of here then.
As you guys step away, the pillar grows wider and wider. Not exactly dogging your steps, but filling the space in this small chamber. It takes up your excess, Thalis. Burns it up in its entirety.
Oh, good. I would have felt bad leaving it, but didn't have anything to clean it up with, so I'm glad they got
I think
that
it likes
taken
you.
care of.
I think it likes you.
That's concerning.
It's taken on a piece of you now.
You continue, you close the door behind you, and the last thing you see is that flame just push up against the door.
All right. I've got Palace of Memory. I imagine I have a relatively good map of this place now.
Relatively.
Okay. Let's get out of here.
All right.
You do this. You eventually find the exit. You may return to retrieve your Gideon.
And we do so.
Indeed.
Gideon and your friends arrive in the van, looking successful.
I stand there with the smith, I don't know, talking about elemental core temperatures and melting points.
You do this. He tells you a story about how his first forge was a barbecue grill and a hairdryer. He worked with O1 tool steel.
Well, let's hope he can do one better. When the van pulls up, I will open the door and say, so you may not remember, but this is a Smith of Vulcan who has found himself in the unique position of wanting to be rid of his previous affiliation with the Keepers.
Good to have you on board.
Yeah, welcome.
I remember
So-
you.
We're just gonna adopt everybody.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He has
Is that
also
cool?
agreed to help us with more, well, hands-on parts of our endeavors as well.
Can you clarify
What hands-on means?
in this
Violence.
context? Yes, but
Yeah.
okay.
So there is likely to be a fight. And he is also a warrior.
Excellent.
I will offer him a hand. I'll gesture into the van, be like, "Okay, this is the chariot that awaits."
He steps in and says, interesting mode of transportation.
It's our land mode. Don't worry, we have a better one.
He steps in. Where to next, gentlemen? You've retrieved all you needed in Denver.
Have you done what you needed to do with your discussion with your, call them gods, right? They're gods, whatever the hell.
They're effectively gods to mortal minds. Yeah, I've done. I've got everything done. I've done. And we can just head back to the alert. Let's go now.
What's wrong with Thalis?
Oh, he just made friends.
I don't know if that's the word for it.
If he ever wants to leave Dionysus, he can now. There's probably one that likes him.
As you guys head northward, you guys pass a rest station, Gideon. It is filled to the brim with police. There are police lines being put up. Everything is shut down. The entrance is given a detour. People have placed up a barricade. Looks like a lot of chaos going on.
That's wild.
Mm.
Their response time is crap.
Well, there was like an entire travesty here. It wasn't just like one person got shot or something.
Well, I mean, that did happen, but
And there was like bodies in the streets, right? And there's like a whole roasted cornucopia of people flesh over there, like a human barbecue at the gas station.
Yeah.
Is the fire at least out?
Oh, yes.
All right.
But you guys travel.
Yep. Heading back to the alert.
It is nightfall. Are you making a rest anywhere?
We will head back to the alert at least until we're out of the state jurisdiction.
I do have the Thalis option, so swapping out for my well, I was gonna say counterpart, but really just more myself.
Yeah.
Sleeping in shifts, etc. So
Yeah.
You guys move. Night has occurred here.
Mm-hmm.
There's stars in the sky. Gideon and Thalis, I need a culture roll from you. You may choose whatever attribute you would like to feel something deep within your pantheon. Pull in your A pull for you from your gods.
Oh, okay.
Whose gods?
Well, the Theoi.
Presence?
By all means.
Got 2 successes.
2 successes. Gideon, anything from you?
What's happening right now?
You and Thalis are experiencing a pull. A presence, even. You may choose whatever you'd like for attribute, but for culture, I think the skill
I
would be
mean,
culture.
I would be very, very curious as to what is tugging through my occultation. Like how I'm feeling anything from anyone. But as far as resisting, like, am I being drawn to, like, what is it, like a
It's
like a
it's not necessarily a pull for pull for you guys. Maybe that was a poor choice of words. Something's happening for your pantheon. Let's see if you notice exactly what.
Oh, sure. And I would say probably composure, empathy.
Composure culture, if you kindly.
I don't have culture.
Just composure then. You may use momentum if you'd like. You may boost it however you like with any abilities.
Yeah, whatever. 0 successes.
0 successes. Add momentum to the pool. Thalis.
Yes.
Something feels wrong. Something's coming.
Oh. Like coming here?
To you. And it's forcing things to change. Who's driving?
Me?
Excellent. You watch as the night sky is forced back.
Oh, fuck me.
The constellations form a woman, and she is trying to hold back the daylight. And she is pushed along the night sky. As storm clouds gather,
Oh,
it
fuck
becomes brighter, but the daylight sun does not show. Instead, there is rain and thunder and lightning. And it forces Nyx off of the canvas of the sky.
Yeah, anybody sleeping in the back of the van, I'm gonna start like, hey, time to wake up. I don't know what this is, but I don't like it.
What are you blathering on about?
That.
I will look where he's pointing. What am I seeing?
Storm clouds. The night sky is being forced back by storm and lightning and thunder. Rain is taking this place. Gideon, there is a significant scent now filling the air of olives on a warm day, and the murmur of petitioners begins to fill the air.
I roll my eyes.
A lightning strike. Thalis, you are driving. I need a roll. Pilot, I would imagine, would be something that you would use for this. However, if you'd like to make an argument for any other skill, I'm going to need a dexterity and whatever you think you would need to not hit a sudden obstruction in the road.
Yeah, pilot makes sense to me. So dexterity and pilot. 7.
Nice.
7. There is now a man, not quite bare-chested, but with a white, call it what it is, a toga almost. It's a covered just above his knees cast. You can see his left nipple and a scar along his chest. He has flowing hair, grays and whites, and bits of streaks of black. His eyes are glowing blue. And he wields in his hand, at his side, a spark of electricity, a lightning bolt. You swerve, and you miss him. What do you do, Thalis? Do you come to a stop?
Yeah, I'm gonna gonna bring the vehicle to a stop after that one. Mm.
Gideon, Thalis, you feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps you feel it in different ways. But the god of the skies, the leader of the Theoi, the head of your pantheon, has made an appearance. You see him in the rear view, Thalis, and he points the bolt at the van. He rears back. He casts it forward. And that is where we will end today's episode of Scion Godsend. Good job, guys.
You say that, but Zeus, his actions towards us tell me differently.
Did good.
Mm-hmm.
Hope everyone enjoyed themselves. Thank you guys for watching. How's everybody doing?
Terrible, horrible, no good, very bad.
I'm
Some random lightning god just decided to attack me.
Yeah, I mean it's a little early, but you know, whatever.
It's a little early. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we will continue next Sunday with what will likely be the exciting conclusion of season 2 of Scion Godsend. Wild. Well done, guys. Yeah. You did good, boys. You did good.
So, just so I can, I mean, should I just go ahead and start planning a different character for the next season?
Oh no, please don't. No.
Yeah.
No,
no.
you gotta wait. You gotta wait till Ramos commissions art before you make a new
Absolutely
character.
fucking not. Never again.
I don't know if I'm going to survive.
I apologize to every artist in the world because I'm never commissioning art again for characters. People just keep dipping out, and I understand it's like for real life problems, but god damn it, it's so goddamn frustrating.
You told me to switch.
I know. Hold on a second. No, I didn't. Wait a second.
Yeah, you did.
Either way, you didn't have art commissioned of you.
Yeah, not quite yet. We had a portrait that's being.
There were doodles. There were doodles.
But yeah, sorry to cut off Gideon's or to blue ball Gideon with a murder boner.
I'm good. I'm like I said. I'm. Dude, I got the Smith with me. I'm capped out on Legend. Like, we're good. We're fine. Zeus me.
Zeus.
Like I said, it's a little early, a little premature Zeusonation is fine.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I will.
I can spell Olympian blood here, Coursera, Olympus. Like,
I will
kind
preface
of
this
terrain
by
independent.
saying, this doesn't necessarily mean you have to fight. You can choose other options.
He did throw.
Always.
He did throw a
Okay.
lightning bolt. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah, I
like
was about to say he showed up like the
Casually.
dramatic entrance I expected. But the fact that he's throwing a lightning bolt at us, I don't think Gideon is going to take that sitting
Oh
down.
no! I'm gonna take it standing up, so tall, so tall. Because I'm gonna show Zeus my lightning rod.
Oh my god. Okay. Does anyone have anything to plug?
Nope. I don't
No.
exist.
LECO Rodriguez, TeamLECO.com, certified personal trainer, specialized in weight loss and body transformation. Happy to talk about any frustrations or goals you might have. The free consultation that you can schedule at your convenience by going to our website, or you can reach out on Twitter at TeamLECO, TeamLECO, where I can talk to you about any of that stuff and or how I'm gonna fuck Zeus. Come next week.
All of that is getting thrown into the chat, just kind of hand jam because I don't have the special like shout out to stuff on this channel. But
And I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna fuck Zeus. I know where he's been.
oh god.
That's probably the wisest option.
Really, it is. Smart
Christ.
man. Smart man.
As usual, I'd like to speak to Team LECO and how wonderful they are. I'm a client myself, and it's a lot of good times, a lot of fun. It's very helpful. Even with a with a chaotic schedule that I've had for a long time now. It's been very cool. Just even the baseline stuff that I've been given has been helping me keep on track and not fall off the wagon. And yeah, I'm confident that I with Team LECO's help, I will also be my best Zeus lightning rod, all the sexual innuendos, whatever you want to have.
Yeah, and for the record, this RC figure is really hard to transform.
Yeah, I
It's
saw you
really,
messing with that. I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
it's really like for some, I can't figure out where like her pelvis is in a weird place. Anyway, we'll figure it out
I
later.
see the stammer counter's going a little bit late. I'm so sorry. But thank you guys so much. We of course have been the Rolling Nomads. You can find us over on our own channel, twitch.tv/Rolling Nomads, where our schedule is up to date. We have some changes being made. You guys can probably see the Azure Butterfly in the chat. One of our companions or friends, one of our newer nomads, but she has taken a great deal of interest and honestly responsibility. Done a lot more than I expected and could have really hoped for. So we thank you so much for that. And my stammer counter is probably going to go up real high. But yeah, you can find us on our stuff, and Azure is probably going to be taking over the Wednesday gaming stuff to kind of help alleviate my own schedule a little bit. Yeah, our schedule is on twitch.tv/Rolling Nomads. It's semi up to date. Anything changes, any cancellations or changes or anything like that can be found over on our Twitter and our Hive @_Rolling Nomads on Twitter and @Rolling Nomads on Hive Social, respectively. Yeah, that's us in a handbasket. These episodes will be up on your YouTube, youtube.com/Rolling Nomads, very shortly. Everything will be taken care of. I am slowly but surely making great work on the things that I've missed and fallen behind on. So I apologize, but this is I do all the editing and all the stuff, so it's a one-man fucking shit show over here. So I apologize, but we'll get it taken care of, I promise. And you can see those episodes go up when those episodes go up on our Twitter. We thank you guys so much, and I think that's all we've got. Is everything else last minute?
Yeah. In about 2 hours from now. I wasn't sure if you were going to roll into it. We're doing D&D things over on our Twitch channel. We're going to be continuing Colder Than a Twitch's Wit, where, you give your players now and kind of just like cut things down, and this as far as like legal fees and things like that, and then they still tell you to eat a bag of dicks. So it's great.
I don't care who the IRS sends. I'm not paying taxes.
Xeris did nothing wrong.
The gods said so. I just got a little cocky apparently, which I'll deal with. I promise I'll work on. It's fine.
No.
However, the
Xeris
gods
does nothing
the
wrong.
fucking gods backed me up, which is honestly, if you want to give a man a god complex, make the gods vouch for him. I'm fucking untouchable, baby. Nobody can fucking touch me. I'm a fucking god. All right. Anyway,
indeed you are, Xeris. You are the greatest thing.
Nobody can touch you except for the thugs, who were kind of whooping your ass.
I'm gonna beat that little kobold's ass. We're gonna get him. That's gonna be a sacrifice.
We'll have a sacrifice. I'm gonna have to, prepare for that. Good to know.
I'm gonna get him.
But yeah, it's great. We've kind of took the past couple weeks off of that, just for a variety of things, but we're getting back into the swing of it tonight. So yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we had a little bit of an impromptu hiatus, but with everything taken care of, we should be all squared away, and I'm very much looking forward to it. I can't promise I'm gonna make your life any easier, bud, but I'll make it interesting.
I wasn't expecting it, so you're fine.
I can promise I will make your life more difficult.
Okay. Thank you guys so much.
What happened? What I miss?
We'll get into it later.
D&D stuff. We're running late.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
we were almost out of here on time, but thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate each and every single one of you, and we'll see you guys next time, same place, same Scions. We'll see you then.